5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, I'm Messina.
I'm LJ.
I'm Cocky.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And welcome to TTV, episode 46. You may notice a slight change in our format. We have our reasons. That is all. I'm not gonna divulge any more detail than that.
Are you sure you got the episode number right?
Yes. Yes, I am. It's because I just put like another episode up yesterday. Bird tanks and croc planes, and it's fresh in my mind. We have some interesting episode names.
Yes.
Yep, I still like that one, LJ, Master of the Tide.
Yep.
I liked
my name's in the title.
I liked French Hicks and Achy Breaky Bricks because I was the one that set up the name for that.
Yeah.
I've set up the name for a large majority of our episodes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. But you didn't set up last episode.
I think my favorite one would probably be Makuta is like a cyanide jelly bean, which we never
I wonder
ended
why.
up releasing. Oh man, that was our greatest episode, and I don't think anyone will ever see that.
How about that there,
Nope.
Bionicle debate corner?
Don't start. Don't start.
There we go.
Anyway, how's life and such, guys?
Life-tastic. For
Terrible.
who knows how long, who knows what week it is now.
It's interesting, but after various events regarding today, unlike Invictus here, when Halo 4 comes around, I won't be using the operator helmet.
Oh, really?
I love how that is the big thing for your week, LJ. It's like that's how much you get out. The big thing is using the operator helmet.
The big thing is that
Halo
I'm not
4
going to
shot.
use a helmet that I don't like in Halo 4. I'm going to use a better helmet. Because, in my eyes, Mark 6 is superior to the operator.
Which I guess, yeah, they're like two big things. It's like one of which Halloween happened recently.
Did it?
Yes. Very recently.
And then, we're actually recording this episode on the night of November 2nd. So, as of now, we're roughly 3 days away from the launch of the most anticipated game for years and years. Halo 4! This game has gotten so much hype over the year and a half it's been announced. Since it's been announced, it's insane. And it's finally almost here after a long wait.
In other news, there's another Call of Duty game around the corner as
Who
well.
cares?
Shut
Not
up.
a lot of
Nobody
There's
cares.
not a lot of publicity regarding that.
And it's actually funny because it
Wait.
looks like it's gonna be a great good game, but no one cares.
The Call
Did you actually see that live-action trailer?
Oh,
for
that
Black
one's
Ops
actually
2?
cool.
No.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
yeah,
Call of
yes,
Duty-
I disagree.
There's actually 2 Call of Duty games coming out. Black Ops 2 and Halo 4. Boom!
Wow.
Wow.
Depending
Comment
on who you
in
talk
the
to, that
description
is
if you wish
true.
LJ would just shut up now, because
No,
that's what I'm
no.
gonna do.
Comment in the
I
description.
am definitely commenting on
wish
all my
I-
50 accounts.
Comment in the description if you want Kahi to yodel next episode.
What?
People are gonna want you to yodel a lot more than me to be quiet.
Yeah,
Because
I
whenever
don't
I
know
open
about
my mouth, whenever I open my mouth, it leads to insults toward me, which are funny. Whenever you open your mouth, everyone cries.
Kahinuva, the yodeling
Prize for
stranger.
your yodels.
So
They-
what you're saying is that everybody throws insults at you whenever you speak, when I speak, what I say is so profound, people literally cry every time I open my mouth.
Yes,
Yeah.
cry for Yodels.
The only reason you're not crying here is because we're strong, manly men, as opposed to you, who's not a manly man. You're a... I don't know what you are.
See, this is what point in case for Kahi. With you opening your
TTV
mouth,
episode
leading
4. TTV episode 46. Crying for Yodel.
Hold it. Point in case? Was I the only one that heard that? Come on,
No.
show
Yeah.
hands.
Point in
Point in case? Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever you say.
the point and the point of the pencil in this briefcase that I'm
Ah, no,
Kahi,
no,
I'm saying that LJ, with his failure to actually come up with an insult, was only a good example of what you were saying with him opening up his mouth.
So anyway, how about that there Halloween guy?
Interesting.
I had to go to class in an actual costume this year.
I
True to
was-
form, I had never gone trick or treating ever before.
Never.
in my life. I had never.
You've never gone trick or treating?
No,
Nate,
I've never done any of that costume stuff. Or
Yeah,
no, I just
that
waited till the day
that's-
after
that's
Halloween
me.
to buy a ton of candy.
really doesn't. It's me.
You'd
Oh,
think with my efficiency for skeletons and skulls and whatnot that I would have gone as a skeleton trick-or-treating at one point in my
That's
life, but I have never
Rocco.
gone as a skeleton. I've only gone as Darth Vader and Black Suit Spider-Man and a fireman at one point in my youth.
Well, I guess it was kind of interesting because I went in like a traditional Malay sort of uniform that we have because my
Yeah.
parents had those, and well, basically, first off, my teacher for calculus 2, he was like, "Yeah, if you come to class in costume, I'm going to give you extra credit on your next test." And we're like, "Oh, that's great." He says, "Yeah, too bad your next test tomorrow."
Lol.
We're like, what?
Wow.
So basically, we got him to postpone it until Monday, which is why I'm still here right now and I have to study, and that's why this week is horrible. But basically, yeah. So he said, come to class in costume, and you'll be able to get some extra credit. So I did, and so I went, and whenever people would ask me what I was, I'd say I'm an Asian person, and they always fun with like, but aren't you? And then I can say they were being racist. So that was it was sort of ironic, I guess, in a way, because anyhow, that was my
Yeah,
week.
no.
I'm actually kind of annoyed. If you went to the cafeteria that day, you would get free French fries. And I
Give
just
me the French fries.
I didn't know that. I was in the cafeteria. I didn't know they gave out free French fries. A friend of mine, she went up. She was like dressed as like a pirate or something. They gave her free French fries, and I was like, I didn't find out until later, and I was just kind of annoyed because I could use the French fries.
Yeah, for what? That's what I.
Kahi the pumpkin.
Subs.
Give me the French fries.
Wow, no. My Halloween was spent like this. I was
Hello.
stressing over making a comic for Halloween that I should have made a while ago, but I was putting the finishing touches on it. I was up really late, so my costume was a bloodshot, tired, overworked, just starved and depressed and lonely mangosteen.
My Halloween was spent like this: sitting in my chair, eating candy corn, drinking Dr. Pepper, while celebrating Halloween by playing Mass Effect 3.
Okay, so basically, I want to hear both of you guys spent the day in your parents' house on the computer playing video games and making sprite comics. Way to go!
And
So
celebrating
socialized.
Halloween by playing Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, it was renamed to Mass Halloween.
Well, so for anyone that's
Halo
played
Effect.
Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, or like seen footage of it, there are like these different objectives you have to do, like hack this location, pick up these packages at a certain point on the map, and bring them to extraction, etc., etc. They replaced all the packages and devices with pumpkins, and it was like defend the pumpkin or retrieve the pumpkin.
That's nuts. How creative of
Uh,
you. Congratulations, BioWare. You managed to do possibly one of the weirdest excuses for. Oh, I just got it. Mass Effect Hollow 3. There we go.
Lol.
Or
Oh, okay.
I was thinking, Hollow Effect.
Mass Halo.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
the
no.
two the
No,
two
yeah,
names do
no.
not blend at all in any way. Kahi, yours is lame, and there's no other name that could blend the two.
How does that labor the Mass Hollow? Like how
I
does
never said it. I never said it wasn't lame. I said pretty much all of the names suck.
Hollow 3? Come on.
No, but the thing with saying Hollow 3 is like saying Halo 3. And
That
as
also
far as
works.
I know, it is Halo Reach is the current game, and Halo 4 is just about to come out.
Speaking of
So
which,
it's not that good.
Halo 4.
Yes.
I still
I
have
didn't
my
get to talk
pre-order
about
day.
my Halloween.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, I haven't really been into Halloween for almost half my life now. So what I did was I bought a record and a cassette. Then I went to my church and helped out with a Halloween activity. And, let's see. Oh, that's right. Like 5 of my cousins dressed up as Ninjago characters.
Really?
With like
Wow.
with a giant cardboard box around them colored to look like a minifigure.
What is...
Wow.
Your cousins are awesome.
Mm.
I
You
guess.
should have been Sensei Wu and gone, "No, little ninja." Wait, no, they should have gone, "Ninja!" And you should have yelled at them, "Shh, go."
And one of them, he's like 5 now, I guess. He just barely turned 5. He's like a Hero Factory expert now.
Well, I don't like this kid.
You should have like TTV talk to Ben with Envy's small cousin, younger cousin. He'd just be a special guest on here.
No.
Who's your favorite Hero Factory hero? Furno, man. He's so cool.
Inferno.
He sings all the songs.
Yes, he knows Hero Factory the musical by heart.
Wait, you're cut. Oh my
No,
god.
that was a joke.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else there is to talk. I mean,
Halo 4.
yeah, I settled that today. Went to GameStop, pre-ordered it. Got everything squared off. I got pirate reward card, that sort of deal, because I had to have money to go. On a completely unrelated note, at my job today, I found the second Michael Bay book.
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah, I guess I didn't even know they came out.
It came out like August 16th or something like that.
Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, it's pretty new. It says 2012 here on the cover, so I'm assuming it's kind of recent. So I'm reading through that now. For those who don't know, Michael Bay is basically a book series about this kid who has electric powers, and I guess he's part of some experiment the government or some other secret organization tried to do a while back, and they've been trying to cover it up. So he meets all these other kids with similar powers. It's kind of interesting how they take electricity and turn it into all these different powers. I find that quite enjoyable.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
and it just starts out in about the awesomest state of all 50.
Yes, California.
No, it doesn't. Okay, we're done here. You liar! I'm not gonna let you poison this book's atmosphere with your lies and schemes.
Schemes.
Yeah.
Interesting word placement.
I thought you were going to say
Well,
lies and slander.
Wreck-It Ralph. Today's the release day for that movie, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually been looking kind of forward to that.
It's getting rave reviews.
Yeah. A lot of people are
Bravely bad. No.
A bunch of my friends were supposed to go see it today, and I don't know what happened to that. They haven't. No one's really said anything. We were talking about it yesterday.
They got wrecked.
Now, at least
They
I
said
have
it was
friends
a
to be wrecked.
They said it was a smash.
They all got smashed. Oh, wait. No one
Well,
got-
so yeah, I mean, I don't know what else came out. Assassin's Creed 3, Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Whatever happened to Least Wanted? Need for Speed, Least Wanted. Normal civilian driving down the road, where your goal is to drive as perfectly and safely as possible, and you lose the
LJ.
game if you get a ticket.
LJ, that's called real life.
They actually came out with just Need for Speed Least Wanted, and I heard they based it quite often. Several people's lives who I'm not going to mention right here. Because if I'm correct, you were in the conversation with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, it's a while back, 26. The Cloud Atlas was released. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about that.
What the?
Nope,
Wait.
nope, nope,
You
nope.
never
Is it
heard
just
of
another
Cloud Atlas?
Atlas?
No, it's not. Cloud Atlas is just. I haven't seen it, but I saw the trailers for it. If you've seen the trailers for it, it's kind of weird kind of movie. It's about these people, and I think like 6 different people during different points in time. It starts off with I think someone on a ship who he's writing a journal, and then that journal gets picked up by this other guy in the 1800s, who then like writes something, and then that's being later read by a guy in the 1930s, who like I guess something happens to him. He goes to the current day. Something happens to that guy. He gets into a movie which is watching the year 5,000 something, and this guy meets an android robot, and then something happens to them, and the android robot is the leader of a cult in Hawaii 500 years later after nuclear holocaust. It's a weird movie, basically. And I guess the weird thing about it is that because it's taking place in so many time periods, the trailer looks like it's basically every movie that could ever be released in the summer. You have this one, of people, like on a ship, in medieval times. You have one sort of Victorian era. You have one in 1930s. You have one in the present day. You have one in future, and you have one like kind of tribal island. It's crazy. It's made by the same guys who did the Matrix trilogy. Andy Wachowski, that guy, and
Don't bother yourself.
yeah, and his brother / sister Lana.
What in the world?
I think who's it?
Let's not even get into that.
Yeah, Anyhow, yeah, that was released. I guess it's a lot of people are saying that it's kind of good, and a lot of other people are saying that it's not. It's sort of like it's Inception, except more complicated.
Huh.
How's that even possible?
Very possible. Have you read Homestuck, LJ? It's very
No, I don't like Homestuck.
Yes, you have. I forgot you're allergic to cool stuff.
Oh no, I'm not.
Homestuck.
Cool is a disputable.
Oh, watch
term
it,
for the
Palo.
series.
Facebook isn't a cool thing.
Palo.
Anyway, let's move on to
Halo.
something more interesting than movies I've never heard of.
Yes.
What do you think,
Halo
Masai?
4.
Disney.
Aw,
Disney
dang it.
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Disney and Star Wars.
Disney
No, no one cares
bought
about
over
that.
Lucasfilm.
A lot of people care about that.
Everybody cares about that. Just come on.
Well,
Star
I
Wars.
don't care about that.
I
Go
don't even care about Star Wars, but I care about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like a lot of people are talking, and they said, "Who's going to direct the new Star Wars?" And people are like, "Imagine J.J. Abrams Star Wars, or
Oh,
Joss
no.
Whedon Star Wars."
Great, the
Or-
lens flare if J.J. Abrams gets a hold of it.
You know, J.J. Abrams is the guy who does Fringe.
Yes, I know, but have you seen the remade Star Trek movie?
I thought that was actually pretty good. honestly.
Oh no, it was great. It's fine. I'm just saying the lens flare.
Yeah, the lens flares are kind of big, and everybody jokes about the lens flares. What I don't want to see, M. Night Shyamalan's Star Wars Episode 7. Did you see that one? There's that one video about like which episode, and they show like clips of how the movie be made by different directors. Just like Michael Bay's Star Wars Episode 7. Just
You're
explosions.
gonna
and everything.
see so many Death Stars blowing
Yeah,
up.
I know. Like all these Death Stars exploding, and then the one M. Night Shyamalan, like it shows Luke going,
Shia
"Wait,
LaBeouf.
I'm my own father," and anyhow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could not see Star Wars being made by any of these guys.
Who do you think would be a
Indeed.
good director?
I think
I
they
don't
should-
know,
I think
but,
they should
like,
get the
all the-
director for the Hero Factory TV show.
all the big name directors seem detrimental to creating another Star Wars movie that fits within the continuity already set before them.
I don't know. I guess for me, I'm not really too concerned with like how Star Wars is gonna be, as long as they have lightsabers.
Christopher
I guess as
Nolan,
long as they
Star
have
Wars.
Oh, that
The
would
Dark
be.
Jedi rises. No,
This.
You really use the dark side. I was born into it.
Yes.
Anyhow,
The final
So-
thing is Halo 4.
What's that?
I don't know, some game. Anyway, moving on.
Wow.
okay,
Yeah.
fine. Hey,
There's like nothing much to
I've
say
never
about
played
it
it.
other than this will be the final episode before we actually get our hands on the game. And next episode, we'll probably talk about our initial impressions and whatnot.
yeah. Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, we actually will be doing some let's play, like some gameplay footage. I think, yeah. So keep an eye out for that. I'll have Meso, hopefully Meso can link our sister channel, our Let's Play channel,
Game unavailable
Pandemic Panda,
to you.
Yeah. name unavailable, where we have our Let's Plays, and we have some others there if you haven't checked that out. I think we've done Hero Factory Breakout, Chronicle of the Game. We have some Mass Effect 3 stuff. We do some general Halo Reach, both together, and I think Ben is doing a new series of that now. So yeah, if you want to check that out, go do so.
We really need to promote it more because
We do.
yeah.
We do a lot of our stuff is on there, and you will be seeing Halo 4 gameplay videos momentarily.
Momentarily, yes.
I'm hoping that Venom Bar, because they're gonna be back for Halo 4 week, as we call it.
Oh,
So I'm
that
hoping
should
they'll
be
be able to do
loud.
That can be loud and hilarious. It's
Oh
it's
boy.
been kind of quiet here ever since school took over everything.
Mhm. All right, I guess that
TTV
about
coverage. First Halo impressions.
probably will. at some point.
Mm.
Yeah, the next episode we will have played the game. Be prepared for that. So, all right, that pretty much wraps this up. We'll now pull a quick transition into everybody's favorite segment, the news. Hooray! I know you're all very excited.
I know.
In the news this week, we have LEGO Legends of Chima website, more Bionicle story revelations, Purdue Pete CUUSOO project hits 10,000 votes in record time, and Forward Unto Dawn series finale released. And that's the news for this week.
Well,
Out with the olds and in with the news.
Wow, just wow. Yep. How about that?
Okay.
Their Chima website.
It's a website.
Yeah, I kind of haven't seen the website
Go.
because it loaded real slowly.
Go.
I'm gonna guess
And
this
so-
is the link. Oh my gosh, it
Ah.
worked! It worked! Chima.lego.com!
Chima.
I'm just gonna type in Lego.com and go
Ooh,
there.
I don't
See.
believe it's listed.
Teaser. What a
What?
fancy teaser website.
It's a
Oh,
teaser.
no,
it's a
no,
it's a teaser website, so I don't believe it's listed on the
Wait,
products page.
wait for the third image. The third image with the
Chima. Oh, here it is.
crocodile and the other character.
Yes, the third image.
Legends of Chima 2013. Lego. It's a question mark with a globe with triangles in it. And swishy lines. Swish, swish, swish.
Wait,
And
just wait
Lego.
for image gold.
What the? I can't tolerate this law.
A crocodile.
I don't understand. Crocodiles
Visual-
should not walk on two legs and carry
Visual
swords.
gold. Visual gold.
No, this is visual. This is visual. Dirt. That's what it is. And is that a bear? Is that
It's
a
a lion.
lion? What is that?
It's a lion.
It's visual
come
gold.
on.
I believe that's Kragger and Linnox fighting each
Great.
Who?
Kragger's Crocboat commands.
Oh, I
Yes.
give up. That's it. Forget this. Legends of Chima. I want Ninjago back.
Well, technically Ninjago's still around.
Envy.
Hey, what do you think
honestly-
of this website?
I like this. I like Chima more than Ninjago. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna continue
Already?
to say it. Yep, just the concept already. I like the
Prejudice.
concept better than Ninjago. I like the execution better than Ninjago. So far, it seems to be very interestingly done. I'm interested to see what Lego does with it, but that's just sort of. I like the website.
Yes,
It's-
you just like the 3 images.
Yes, the 3
Okay.
images.
Already a better website than Ninjago. No, I'm just-
Not necessarily, but like I like the art they're doing, the art style they're going for, that sort of blue, lightning, mysterious Chima logo.
Chima. Yeah,
I bet you it's gonna be called Chima.
it probably is
It's
Chima.
gonna be called Chima, but we're gonna call it Chima until the day we die,
Yeah.
basically.
Yes,
Until
like
the day
like-
we die.
Ninjago.
I will say this though, because we've been talking about it so much, we really do have to do a TTV coverage, Legend of Chima, episode 1.
Yeah.
Ninjago and Chima.
We owe it.
Yeah, we have a debate corner after it's released, which is better, Ninjago or Chima.
Yep.
I didn't know.
Okay.
There we go.
Next bit
Yes.
of news is the Bionicle story revelations. LJ?
Yes. So, Erebus came in and said names in a certain green cloud. Now, keep in mind, on Busy Power, he has asked a call to arms for people to ask questions, because at some unknown time he'll be having a chat. At an unknown time, only we know it's soon, he'll be having a chat with Greg Frosty in order to answer some fan questions. But this came a little bit beforehand. And I'm going to quote here. Erebus says, "I bear disappointing news," and quotes Greg Frosty, who, I quote, "The list of names," of which he had for the rest of Bionicle after has ended, "disappeared when I moved my office in my house, and I don't know where it is. The odds of finding one piece of paper in the mountain of boxes that constitutes my new office right now is extremely remote, and with all the work I have to do, I don't have time to go searching. And to be honest, the good names on it have been used. What was left of the names I really didn't like much." And Erebus asked Greg if perhaps Legal had a copy, and he doubts that they do. He also believes that they probably don't have the time to find it. So, and in regards to naming the Golden Fusion, yeah, that's not going to happen. Apparently, one solution was thought about, having reassigning a name that was given to the Shattered One, since Greg has no intention of letting us know what it is. Unfortunately, Greg doesn't remember the name. So, and as for the mysterious green cloud that was plunged into energized protodermis
Spoiler alert!
to form the Golden Fusion along with the 5 Paraka
Turn
that
back
were left.
now!
on various other
Spoilers!
species. If you don't want to know what it is until the next chapter of whichever serial it's in, and that will be a while,
Oh,
folks,
agreed.
then go away!
Another
But
series.
here it is! The one and only, the green cloud was Zactan.
Okay, Zach.
It was Zactan. No surprise. He's alive. Cheer. Happy joy, joy. Wave your arms up and down and dance.
No, that.
Zactan's the traitor.
Was there
Oh,
really
whoops, wrong
any
spoiler.
doubt?
Yes!
Was
there
there
totally
really
was.
any
I
doubt?
thought it was Pterodax. I really did. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm kidding.
It's just like,
No, I'm
it wouldn't be so bad, but they built up Zactan is like they built up everything. You know, if somebody was gonna die on that mission, and they're all being like, you know, Gaki used her mask, and she was like, one of us isn't gonna come back. One of us is not going to come back. And that was the end. That was like the end of that serial. It was the beginning. Everyone was like, dun dun dun. Someone's not coming back. Turns out it's no one we care about. It's just Zactan.
Technically.
And then
Didn't
turns out Zactan actually did come back.
Well, no. In a way, he didn't come back because he didn't speak.
Wow.
Okay, I'm done here. Yeah, he came back. But the thing is, I don't really grasp the whole concept of the mask. I think it was like giving her a vision of, hey, one of us is not going to come back. It's like, it shows like Zach.
No, it can't do that. Look, if it showed and she'd know it was none of them. He's like, I just saw a vision. Somebody that I did not recognize and probably don't care about is not going to come back with us. We're all going to be fine, guys. All right, so, like, in case you thought we're all going to die, no. It's just going to be just some other random dude that I guess we're going to meet in the future that's going to die. And, like, you know. But, no, she was just like, one of us is not going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was. Maybe she's shy and she didn't want to tell the others because she's very antisocial.
No, that's a pretty dumb excuse for not telling people
Yeah,
to die.
poor
You're like-
reasoning on your part, LJ.
He's like, yes, we're all going to, you know, one of us could die. Actually, none of us are gonna die, but I just don't want to tell anybody. I'm kind of shy.
Wait,
That's
so this is through a vision that she saw Zactan die.
It's her mask, clairvoyance.
Okay, so what if she misinterpreted her vision and didn't see that he came back or didn't know that he would?
Okay, here we go.
It's like the mask
Alright.
only like shows one person's gonna die, not one person's gonna die except he did not die. It's selective.
Maybe she only saw that it
Basically-
looked like he died,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
BS1, let's see, the BS1 article basically says that it just allows the wearer to see the future, see a vision of the future, and they can't change that future.
So it looked like he died, and that's how she interpreted it.
Well,
know.
here's the problem, though. I guess, like I was saying before, why didn't she tell the other Toahaga, hey, somebody alongside us is gonna die. It's not gonna be any of us. It's gonna be some other random dude. You know, that seems to be like number one. If you and a bunch of friends were going on somewhere and you saw a vision of the future, and so someone die, you would be like, yes, someone's gonna die, but it's not gonna be any of us. Because if not, like everybody's gonna be on edge. Like, oh man, I don't want to do that. I might die. Is this gonna be it? I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it's kind of risky. You know.
I'm so scared.
One of us is gonna die. Oops, nope. Retconned. Never mind. None of us are gonna die.
Well, then you have to sort of think about it, though. If one of them did die, just sort of be teleported to the Red Star. So technically,
One of us is gonna be teleported to the Red Star.
you know, so it's. I guess that's another thing. Death really doesn't have that meaning anymore. Whenever she's like, one of us isn't gonna come back. Like, oh man, one of you's gonna be teleported somewhere else repaired. Boo frickin' who.
Well, they never knew that they were gonna come back.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
Their
does.
deaths are so meaningless. There's no suspense anymore.
To us, but not to them, because they have no clue
It
they're
doesn't
gonna
matter.
come
It
back.
doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they
It
think. They're just
does
characters
too.
in the story. We are the ones reading it. As long as we don't feel like they're gonna die, it doesn't matter what they think at all.
Well, well, okay. Here's another idea. Maybe she did tell the other Tohaga, but they didn't tell Zaktan because then he wouldn't cooperate.
Okay, great. Well, how come we didn't know? How come that? That just creates false suspense for the reader.
Well, that would be beside the point.
That's
No,
what
that's
happened.
not. That's just cheap.
Then where's the
It's a
suspense?
cheap
Where's the
form-
mystery? Who's gonna die?
That's why it shouldn't be a mystery if no one actually dies.
But maybe
wouldn't- it
she
wouldn't be
didn't
so bad.
know about that.
But it looked like he did die. I mean, for all we know, maybe he did die, and now it's just a bunch of floating bugs running around because he's made of
Except
bugs.
Greg
He's
just
literally made of
confirmed.
bugs.
Greg confirmed it's Zaktan, not Zaktan's former bug body things. So, I just like,
But it was
I guess sort of like, at this point, Greg obviously knew something was going to be up, so I don't know what his kind of plan was there, but it's just, yeah. I'd like to say I'm disappointed. I really would, but it's actually what I've come to expect at this point. It's just kind of poor planning. Like, it's just really, it's false suspense. The entire thing was built on, like, somebody is going to die. And at the end, it's only Zaktan. And I know, like, a lot of people are just like, oh, that's not too bad because, Zaktan, I don't think he really was anybody's, like, super favorite character. That kind of, like,
well,
sort of deal.
it's actually, Var really liked Zaktan.
No, I mean, Varv could have, I'm pretty sure a lot of people really liked him, but he wasn't like, if Pohatu died. No, I know a lot of people like, no, Pohatu, he's my favorite character. I got him as a kid. It was a set, that kind of deal. Zaktan people are just sort of like, well, I'm not going to be devastated over it.
Well, Kahi, you're kind of a heartless person, so you wouldn't be devastated over a lot of things.
True, but I can pretty much safely say that Zaktan's death didn't cause a huge ripple through the Bionicle community. Nobody's like, Zaktan died to save our sins, or whatever Matoro did.
Wow, Kahi, way to be a jerk and
Save
mean Matoro's death.
But okay, I'm gonna say that I didn't think Matoro was like that big of a character either. Like he was, I felt it would have been bigger if it was Jawler. Honestly, we've actually saw Jawler in the movies, and we've seen Jawler this entire time. Matoro was just sort of there. Like he translated stuff, and that was his only personality. He was only there because he translated stuff for Nuju.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest,
They
I
pick off
was
the
not-
useless characters. No, I'm just kidding.
I was not moved at all by Matoro's death. I was like, huh.
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of unfortunate in a way.
Yeah,
yes.
I guess like it's the same thing with who else? Who else could have died? Who else could have died?
Many a person.
Many person.
I'll put it this way,
Yeah.
very quickly. This all goes back to the whole debate about Greg's writing. I am of the opinion that I'm alright with it, but if he does a darned thing to Liwa, oh my man.
Never can go down.
Oh, don't
I mean,
start this.
Lua.
You see, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
Lua.
If he kills any of the Toamata, to be quite honest, that's it. That's it.
All
anything
the
after
can
2010.
die.
Anything after 2010, I'm done with.
It's like Valika murders like Liwa next.
No.
Then he kills
that
Tahu, and then
happens-
the rest of the Toamata have to band together.
That happens, and that tears it. That's the
Yeah,
last
I
straw.
can't- I don't think no. It's just I don't think Greg can pull that off. Honestly, at this point, it's just. But on the bright side, if they did die, they just be teleported to the rest. So.
Oh my boy, you know what would be funny? If all the Tomata were killed, all of them were killed, they were sent back to Red Star and it got turned back into Tomata and not Tonuva.
What
Nice.
if, like, when everybody, like, when
No what if
Madanui couldn't
topics.
get everybody out, but he tells everybody to just commit mass suicide inside the robot, and they all get put into the Red Star for safekeeping. 'Cause honestly speaking, if all of them die inside the robot, whoopity freaking do. They just, they just go into the Red Star and figure a way to come back. That's basically what happened.
Unless my theory is right, and it's not really a theory, it's more like fact. When they die, now that when they die outside the Matoran universe, they're dead for good.
That's not really fact. That doesn't make any sense. That your theory
I don't
makes
care
no
if it makes sense. It's fact. Greg has said
Oh.
so.
You know what? Actually, that does kind of, that makes more sense, because Greg wouldn't actually do anything that made sense, now would he?
Oh my man, no.
You said it, not me, bro. Anyhow.
But yeah,
I didn't say that.
those are the
no, I said
Bionicle
I don't-
story revelation.
Yeah, we're going to be arguing about this for, like, a while now. That's...
Yeah.
On the bright side, look forward to how Journey Ends should have ended by Kakunuva.
Yeah, you're actually
Coming
writing
through.
the rewriting Bionicle's ending.
I'm rewriting most of 2009 and all of 2010, basically. So, yeah, that's legit.
Yes.
Because I complain about a lot of stuff, but I think it's actually up to us to people who think the ending was wrong to see if they can do it better. I'm not going to be presumptuous and say that mine is absolutely better, but at least I'm trying.
Yep.
Anyhow,
Next up, how about that there Purdue Pete CUUSOO project hitting 10,000 votes in a record time?
No, there's a story behind
Oh, you mean
that.
9 days? No.
I don't care about
Yeah,
MOC.
no. I can explain this if the story is allowed.
I don't care about MOZ. I care about the Purdue Pete CUUSOO project.
But no, I don't care about Purdue Pete. I've never heard of Purdue Pete. Purdue Pete can, what? Who would buy that?
Paradis
But
Purdue
the
Pete.
10,000 people that voted for it.
yeah,
Well, they-
Purdue alumni
Well,
everywhere.
why
Come
would
on.
they buy Purdue Pete?
Paradis Purdue
Because it's like
Pete.
it's a mascot. Like for me, I would
That's
buy
not for what?
Saluki. If they came off a Lego Saluki, SIU Saluki set, because that's where I live. That's sort of my college, that kind of deal. It's just something nice to have.
Pete.
Well,
Yes. Paradis
yeah,
Purdue
the
Pete.
mascot needs work. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite mascot of all. But I know Purdue. Purdue's pretty close to here. It's like it's in Indiana, so it's not too far from where I live.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a nice idea, and I'm glad I'm glad it got through, and I hope that Lego will do more colleges in the future. Like even just like for mascots for football people, or athletes of football or whatever, might be nice for them.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know what the deal is.
But yeah, briefly
Deal
go
will
over
be.
the story regarding what happened at LG.
Wait, what now?
LJ?
Briefly go over the story regarding what happened at that.
Alright. So the story on Busy Power said that the Purdue Pete CUUSOO thing got 10,000 in record time. What they said in the article was 36 hours. Wow, 36 hours, that's great. Well, what's the big deal, LJ, you may ask, but not really. Here's a Busy Power member, my personal opinions aside, called Makut of Oz in Busy Power. This is the guy who submitted the article. He told them it was 36 hours, when it took, in fact, 9 days. Way to botch
Kind of.
that.
A little. Okay. Well.
Okay, how do you
Let's
do
bring out
that?
the
9
trusty
days
little
and
talker.
36 hours is a huge difference.
Maybe it had no
36
support
hours, they said,
until the last 36 hours.
That is okay. Basically, that is 600% more time than they claim it to be. 36 hours is not the actual amount of time it should have taken to get there. 600%, guys. It's 216 hours, not 36, and that's a large statement to make, especially since they're coding it as the quickest growing Cusco project of all time. Cusco.
Okay, let's look on the article from CUUSOO, or no, it says Brickset. At the time of this writing, there have been 8,350 votes cast over the last 24 hours. So like I just said, it didn't get any attention until those last 36 hours, which I'm guessing is what happened. It existed, then had a giant spike in votes.
I mean that's reasonable, I guess. It's still a very large achievement. It's just kind of misleading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
anyhow.
To each his own.
Mm-hmm.
That whole bit.
Okay.
If it leads to more Lego sales, then that's what it's there to do. So I'm for it.
Yeah.
I know I've read the comments. A lot of alumni are like, yeah, it's like I remember having Lego when I was a kid, and I'd probably buy this just to just kind of have. College is a very important thing to many people. So yeah, it's up to Lego to capitalize on that and milk money from them.
Yes. And before we move on to the final bit of news, there's actually something which I forgot to bring up earlier that I must bring to attention, but not brought to attention. Ha ha ha. And that is Lego Galaxy Squad.
Oh gosh darn it, wake me up when
A
it's
theme
over.
which was in the retailer catalog, but we have not yet seen any pictures for. And this was in the latest Lego Club magazine. What are your thoughts yet?
I haven't seen them.
Click them.
Oh yeah, you did link it. Okay, everyone, it's time for LJ's first impressions.
Okay. Is
In a
this
second
the
when it
magazine? Are you
loads.
just listening? The magazine, the comic book. Didn't they just have an alien invasion line?
Yes, it was called Alien Conquest. And it actually had real aliens and not bugs.
Bug invasion.
Yeah, like.
This is like a bug invasion.
Look at those mosquito
Not-
heads on those minifigures.
So, alright, so impression numero uno. What in the... a lot of people don't like mosquitoes. This is not going to change anyone's minds. And that's all, folks.
Yep.
I don't see how anyone can like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the worst and most annoying creatures on the planet. That is the plain truth.
How about that there vehicle with the Thornax launcher tail?
Thornax.
The
If
silence
only
is,
it shot
The
Thornax.
silence is bad thing.
I guess it's representative of what this set means. It's sort of like it's sort of blah. Like it's not even just like terrible enough to laugh at. It's just sort of blah.
What is this newest threat? Get ready to defend the universe from extraterrestrial pests with Galaxy Squad.
They come up with the worst names for these two. They're so generic. Galaxy Squad? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, at least give him some decorum. You know what they should bring back? They should bring back Alpha Team. And those, those cool vehicles that, turn from one vehicle into another.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was worth, just Galaxy Squad is so generic. And I can bet you they're going to do nothing. They're going to do the same thing they did with, what was that last one? The Alien Invasion, which we never even saw. And before that, Space Police and the Lego Agents line, just in general.
Kids don't care about the genericism of all these names.
No, it makes the theme more interesting, though. I mean, think about it. What was that one Lego Pharaoh set? or what was it called? Lego Adventure.
Pharaoh Quest.
Pharaoh Quest, right? Pharaoh Quest. No one paid the attention to that whatsoever. Johnny Thunder. Johnny Thunder ran for like I don't know how many years, but he was super popular. He was almost a mascot for Lego for a while there. You know, he appeared in a lot of stuff. You know, you saw him, you know, in a lot of other games like Batlot and other stuff. They gave him. They didn't really, you know, they didn't have a TV show for him or like, you know, some giant. But they gave him sort of like a story. They made him recognizable. They made him entertaining. They didn't make him too generic. I mean, he was sort of like an Indiana Jones kind of rip-off guy, but he was also kind of different in a way. Anyhow, he was just like, I guess that story aspect kept people, you know, going. It kept them interested.
I'm sick of these one-wave themes. They're one and done. To use the phrases like there was Pharaoh Quest, Alien Conquest, Monster Fighters. What was it called? World Racers. I remember that one very well.
World Racers. Oh man.
Yeah, that's only a sign Lego needs to improve on its marketing for the not as big themes.
Lego Dinos.
It's not the marketing. It's just like they're not really trying honestly anymore. They're just sort of making these. They're like, you know, all these sets we made a while ago. Let's just rename them and just release like, you know, something exactly like it. Pharaoh's Quest, Lego Atlantis, I don't know, Lego Agents. Lego Agents is basically Alpha Team, but without anybody. Like remember they in Alpha Team they had like all these different people. All of them had different, you know, gadgets and abilities, and like you can read them online. You can play those games online. You saw the little comic strips they had, and then again, it wasn't a lot, but it kept people interested. The lines kept going for quite a while. You know.
There's one more picture of Galaxy Squad, and it's actually preliminary. So I'm not gonna lie. But you can see if you zoom in, you can get a better look at it. You can see some of the vehicles.
Looks decent, I guess.
It looks better than the Mosquito aircraft.
Does it actually transform into both vehicles?
I believe so.
That's cool. Actually, I don't see how it does that.
Either it transforms, or they're saying there are like 3 different vehicles that fold together and combine into this one big one, and then they can split away.
Now that's kind of less cool. Less cool.
Yeah, it's like the car folds up underneath the aircraft, and then the upper aircraft. Yeah, that's definitely what it is, because I see a hole in the top of the middle one where the top one fits in.
Oh yeah, where the top's supposed to go. I mean, that's less of like a cool feature and more of like, hey, buy more sets. We can, you know, just stack them on top of each other.
Yeah,
that's cool, right? Kids like to do that.
Stack them on.
You know, these sets aren't going to be cheap. Like, just so I doubt there's going to be just one kid that actually gets all 3 sets to make them combine and stuff.
Yep.
Anyhow, I mean, it's just genericism. It's like, it feels like, you know, like Lego first created Cheerios, and now they're doing like, oh, crispy oats, wheat circles, wheat discs. I don't know what those. It's just like it sounds like a generic name brand, like something Mega Bloks would create to counteract Lego.
Yep.
Well, that was what I was talking about. They need to work on their marketing. They're clearly with these one-wave sets, they're not looking too much at the trends. And it seems like they make generic sets and expect these kids to just gobble them up and hand over money. But it doesn't seem to work out that well, and that's why they turn into one-wave sets, is because they didn't really think through how much in the long term they wanted to have these, and they failed.
Real quick, the names for the sets. There's 70700, Space Swarmer. 70701, Swarm Interceptor. 70702, Warp Stinger. 70703, Space Mantis. 70704, Vermin Vaporizer. And then finally, the flagship, 70705, Bug Obliterator.
Generic names that Well, that generic names are only going to push this line into obscurity, and no one's going to remember it. None of these one wave lines are going to be memorable in a long history.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Basically, we're
pretty
gonna
much no
have-
one's going to look back at these.
Yeah, we're gonna. I feel like Lego is pulling too much stuff into like one or two main lines, and then like just sort of lazily ditching on everything else. You know, like Hero Factory and Legend of Chima will probably be the big waves for the next one, and then like everything else is just sort of like we haven't done like a space one in like 2 years. Let's do a space thing again, and Monster Fighters.
But no, wait, actually, that's
Just
not
Monster
true.
Fighters.
That's not true. Didn't they just do Alien Conquest last year in the summer?
Yeah, yeah. I don't get that. Why not just? I wouldn't mind if they did like Alien Conquest 2, but I guess the problem is they can't do anything with that. They don't put any attention into their lines anymore.
It's like they come out with Alien Conquest, they set up a theme, they cancel it only to make another completely different space theme within the span of like half a year.
And it's worse because like I guess like they just need to give some more personality to these guys. I guess like even in Dino Attack, they had different people doing different things. Dino Attack was still pretty popular. Exoforce was like that had a lot of potential, and then they sort of like scrapped that, I guess.
But Kai,
I'm not exactly sure what happened.
But Kai, the bug obliterator, has a lot of potential.
I'm sure it does in some other weird, sensitive universe.
I'm trying to find out if that combining vehicle is actually the bug obliterator or not. I need to find out, or else this is gonna eat at me for years and years and years. So yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. Okay, final bit of news is Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. The series finale aired today. What are you guys' thoughts?
On the finale itself?
On the whole series and the finale, of course.
I thought it was a decent setup. I'm not exactly sure what point the series was trying to make, but I still liked it either way.
The point it was trying to make was Axios!
Axios!
Boom!
Pew pew!
Pew pew! Axios! Pew pew!
Axios!
Axios! Your battle scores were low.
Your combat scores are unsatisfactory.
Yes.
Okay, I said a few words in this before. I like Forward Unto Dawn. I really do. I love all the work they put into it. I like how. See, I thought I wouldn't like this at first. I thought they were going to do this, and I was like, oh man, it's going to be kind of cheap. But they actually did it well. The Covenant is hidden for pretty much all Forward Unto Dawn, except for the Hunter at the end. At first I thought, they're just trying to save money, so it's going to be kind of a skimpy, cheap sort of measure thing. But they actually did it really well. They made, I guess, like they made each Covenant menacing. They just seemed more
Even
instead of like
when they appeared.
Yeah.
They seemed.
Yeah.
They just having one Covenant in the room was enough to make everybody go insane. I guess that weight really carried the rest of the movie. You get, it's not like basically in a lot of Halo games you just blow through those guys. You just walk through, shoot a grunt in the head, melee an elite several times and stick a plasma grenade on it, and then that sort of thing. You don't really think about it.
Yes. You don't see it because you're a super soldier with a suit with shields. But when you read like the original Halo manuals, they talk about how a whole bunch of Marines have to take down one grunt, and sometimes one jackal can take down a few Marines. And thinking about it as a human, you'd probably freak out too if you saw these aliens.
Yeah.
Because they're just so strange.
They made few Covenant look, menacing, and of course, the more of them they were, the more sort of, I guess you sort of got an idea what this war was about, and what everybody had to go through. That being said, though, they killed off all my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Like, I
Just
like
because they
that.
took out the Asian guy. Nah.
I just like the Asian dude just because he looked like he was gonna do something awesome. Like he looked like he was gonna be do something amazing, and he just sort of died. And then the Russian chick, don't get me started on the Russian chick. The
Those
Russian
two
chick was
deaths.
just
Those two deaths were kind of disturbing. I mean, with all the bodies falling out of the sky, but then the
that was a
Asian
very nice
guy,
touch. Yeah.
the Asian guy, how he's just standing there, I was like, well, there was an invisible elite. He probably got stabbed, and then what do you know? That's exactly what happened. Slightly predictable, but still disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still having an invisible enemy with an overpowered energy sword that really, really needs to be nerfed a lot and probably removed from the Halo franchise.
Yeah, it
as a
really
whole.
needs to be nerfed in this live action series.
No, I'm joking. But like, it's just, I wanted the entire cast of characters to survive, and then you'd meet them up later on in some Halo games. I sort of I'd like to see that happen. So just having Lasky survive, which he's an okay character, and I'm hoping you'll see a bit more of him in Halo 4. You probably will, because he's in charge of Infinity and all.
He's not in charge. Captain Del Rio is in charge.
He's the
Okay, whoever the heck
executive
he is.
officer.
Yeah, like I think he's gonna have some sort of Avery's gonna have some major role, or I don't know. It just seems kind of pointless to set him up. If they kept everybody else alive, I'd be like, oh, they just want to include people. They just want to have humanize some of the Marines. But no, they set it up so he's basically the only guy that you really care about that survives. Sully's just sort of like, he's just sort of there. And that black lady, the black lady's a black lady. She had to survive. It was a race thing. Barack Obama's in office, the black lady needs to survive.
What?
Wow, just wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I wanted to see the characters, even though we didn't get a chance to really get close to them, they interested me, and I'd like to see what happened to them. I'd like to see him on the field. I'd like to see him as part of your party, maybe later on in future Halo installments. But everybody died, so okay, whatever you want. We should probably have a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been talking way too much this episode.
I thought it was a pretty good setup for Lasky. I mean, the first few episodes, and you think about it, and there's only 5, and so you start wondering where's all the action for the first 3 episodes. But really, it was a good development for Lasky's character and his internal conflict with whether he wanted to fight or not, and how he just got signed up for that academy, and finally at the end he makes that bold sacrifice and manages to get out with that giant head injury and his love interest dead.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Anna Popwell was going to die. I don't even know her name. I've forgotten her actual name. I just know her as Susan from Chronicles of Narnia.
Susan.
She was going to die, though. Yeah.
Susan's dead.
Yeah.
No, she took a trip to Narnia.
That's Anna Popplewell.
No.
It's the only reason
I know,
I mention that is
I've said that.
coincidentally I'm on the same page. I'm looking up all the characters of this. Oh, I swear, the only one that appears in both CGI and Halo 4 and this is Lasky, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
What are your thoughts on Forward in the Dawn, Elder?
I did not like Lasky's character. I thought Forward on the Dawn was really cool. I liked all the action sequences, of course. Especially the fighting between Chief and the Covenant and all that. But I was not fond of Lasky's character. Most of the cadets are fairly uninteresting.
Yeah.
And Chief was handled very, very, very well. Except for the one line where he introduces himself,
Call me.
Just call me Master Chief.
Call me.
I
No.
think that
Master
was more
Chief.
aimed towards the people who aren't very aware of Halo 4. I'm just saying that.
Yeah,
Or
I
Halo
know,
in
but
general.
it's still, I felt it could have been done better.
Yeah, I understood. As soon as he said that line, I'm like, no. We had that. Like, it was set up like you could have done something differently. And he's like, call me Master Chief. It's just the way he does that, and like the fact that it's Master Chief. I don't know. It just sounded too cheesy for my liking. I understand where others coming from there.
You know,
They
it's really-
could have. Go on.
No, you go first.
Alright, they could have been like, they call me Chief.
Yeah.
Or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, the cadets could have been talking. Apparently, this guy's, like, rank such and such. He's known as the Master Chief, etc., etc. I still think they could have dealt with that better.
Yeah. I totally agree. That line was just, yeah. Anyhow.
Well.
As I was trying to say, it's really odd that the Spartans in this, they're only like 15.
Yeah.
That ending creeped me out. I guess like they set it up as supposed to be a reveal, like, you know, you're taking off the mask and you sort of expect they're gonna be somebody, and they're not. They're just
No,
random people.
No, actually, if you knew the Halo story, they're actually part of Master Chief's regular Spartan team. But what I'm saying is that they're trying to humanize the Spartans because, you know, they were calling Master Chief a robot. But then it's kind of funny because I knew he wasn't going to take off his helmet after those two that did.
I found that kind of just a little bit forced too. You know, it was just sort of like, oh, the
Yeah,
game
it
creators
was.
really don't want Master Chief to, you know, take off his mask. That's the reason why they just sort of
Mask.
hit it. That's the only reason that he would have not to take off his helmet. It's just because the game creators don't want him.
Well,
As
but
far-
you do know at the end of Halo 1, it was revealed under his helmet is just another helmet.
Oh my man, Nui. You're still on this? You're still
Yes.
on this? Well, here's the thing. My deal with that scene is is that they looked creepy. I mean, we've seen Spartans before. They look like normal people. You know, some might be younger than most. This, that, and the other thing. Yada yada. Okay, that's great. But they were creepy, and not the kind of creepy where.
They're always in their suits, too.
Yeah, well, no, not the kind of creepy where it's they're kind of off in the distance, lone wolves. No, they're the kind of creepy where you look at those eyes and you're like, this is a horror film. That guy's a psychopath. And he's
I remember now. They reminded me of the Elusive Man. The Elusive Man's eyes. Yeah,
Well,
Meso back me up on this.
Yeah.
unlike most, Spartans that you see in Reach, these guys have been augmented way more than Spartan 3s, and on top of that, they're always in their suits.
Yeah.
Master Chief would be, like, super pale if he took off his suit and everybody saw it.
Yeah.
yeah, but that was just really creepy.
I still say it's like
Yes.
I wonder. See, it'd be great as if it's like it's like the Halo 4 ending, and it's like they reveal Master Chief's face, and it's like the
It's
rage.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know, but still, it'd be pretty hilarious.
And you know what's interesting? We've seen those specific Spartans before in CGI animations, in the Legends junk, whatever.
Hmm.
They look so very little like the CGI animations that everyone's established them to look like.
I guess.
Yeah,
it's
well, they were also
just like-
teenagers.
I don't know. I guess for me, it's like I don't get that reveal. It seems like they're trying to be like dun dun dun. You know, like it's supposed to mean something at the end, and it just doesn't really mean anything. That was what I got out of it. It felt like they're trying to like, you know, force this like after credit scene, and it's supposed to set something up, and They're just they're random creepy looking teenagers.
They didn't look like teenagers.
Actually, they sort of
That's
did.
because you've never seen any other teenager aside from me.
Wow,
But,
funny.
Wow. Well,
No, they were.
I guess that pretty much
Well,
wraps up Forward and Dawn.
well, not yet.
Wait,
Meso,
hold
you
on.
haven't given your opinions on.
oh
Hit
yeah,
Forward Unto
my
Dawn.
opinions. It was a pretty cool series.
wow.
I'm really hyped for Halo 4, which is the lead-in. All this series did for me was like, man, I'm slightly more excited for Halo 4 than I already was after watching.
Breaking news.
What?
Lost tech demo of Bionicle game's surfaces. The unfinished sequel to Bionicle the game, called Bionicle City of Legends, got far enough to have a tech demo. A video of this demo has surfaced on PTP Online. Take a look and let us what you think in the comments.
What in the world?
Okay, dude, we got to do this. This is breaking news.
Yes, I know it's breaking news. I just said that.
I know. I'm
Dude.
just reaffirming. I'm reaffirming. Well, okay, this looks cool. All right. Everybody, load this up. Okay, we're gonna play it at once. You get our real time reactions.
Yeah.
It's a never long news segment. I've forgotten how we used to have these.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We'll okay, well this is loading. I'm gonna give my opinions on Forward and the Dawn.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Go
instead
for
of joking. Okay, so Forward and the Dawn. The production values were actually quite a lot higher than I assumed they'd be based on the trailer. When I watched the trailer, I was like, man, this looks kind of bad in quality. Looks kind of cheesy, kind of cheap, but after watching it, the final episode, I'm pretty impressed overall with the work they put into it and whatnot. My favorite part was it was how the Covenant were actually made to feel threatening, based on how they were presented.
I mean, when you fight Covenant in the games, it's like generic enemy over there, generic enemy over there.
I feel you'll feel threatened if you play Halo CE on Legendary.
Down here.
But yeah, their presentation, they were handled very well in Forward and the Dawn.
Very
My least favorite part would be how they had this entire host of random characters which were given little to no character development and killed them off in one episode. The majority of them died. Like the person that Lasky always, Colonel McAfee, I believe her name was, who had all the interactions with Lasky and obviously knew him very well and knew his mother. She got killed. The General Black, he got killed. All of the cadets, they got killed. Everyone dies.
Well, it was super sudden.
And then Lasky and two of the least interesting of all the cadets survive. And none of the two less interesting people are not even in Halo 4. It's only Lasky. So, yeah. Overall, though, I quite enjoyed the series, and it's got me slightly more excited for Halo 4 than I already was.
I still feel sorry for that guy, though. That whole combat scores deal.
Yes.
I know his pain. And the fact that it was just a stupid white kid that didn't know any better that kept ruining it, man. Stupid white people are like the bane of agent existence.
Oh my mess, no, we're doing this on TTV, Kai.
Yes.
Yes, you are. You're the bane of my existence, by the way, LJ. Just in case you didn't know.
Wait, I'm successful?
No.
No, you're a stupid white person.
As a precursor, we at TTV do not endorse Kahi's opinions and viewpoints. Yada yada, you get offended, take it up with him, not us. Kahi's dumb and ugly, we know, we're aware, yada yada, etc etc. Thanks for listening, yada yada. Anyway.
Now, how goes this video, guys?
How do you think?
Done? Okay. Good. Let's go.
Let's do this.
I have some time to
Let's
load,
count it
but,
down, people.
Let's just.
No. LJ, seriously, how's it going?
Fine for me.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
It's not even halfway for me.
Well, I didn't
But
even
can still
realize
go.
this was an actual thing.
Nor did I.
I'd never
mean-
heard of this game before.
Me neither. Do da editing. Do da 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 editing out.
Whatever. It doesn't look like it's moving that much for me. Let's just go.
Okay.
Let's go.
5.
5.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I spotted it. Anyway, 5,
That is
4,
true.
3, 2, 1, play.
The disc.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Argonaut Sheffield.
Bionicle City of Legends.
Why wasn't this a thing?
Press start.
Wow, this actually looks quite impressive.
Go ahead and
2003
press
game.
start, please.
Press start anytime you want.
Please press
Well.
Now, who's
start.
that in the center, though? That looks like
Oh wait. Zoom
that
in on
Matau?
Matau.
No, it's
Matau.
Lua.
No, it's Matau.
No,
Shut up, you
oh
stupid
yeah, it is.
little-
It looks like he had a Miri for a second there.
Shut up, you
Never
stupid
mind.
little troll.
Please press start.
Okay, I think we've got enough of Matau. There we go. Movement demonstration. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing.
Hardcore parkour.
Bionicle,
Parkour.
City of Legends.
Parkour.
The camera needs a lot of
It's
work.
on fire.
Yep.
Parkour. Look at this
City of Legends.
Wow.
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah, City of Legends.
crazy parkour.
Dude.
He's
Okay,
running
no
off
one
the
can
wall.
wall run that long. Come on, what's with that?
And sideways too. No, I mean it was actually at an angle. That's what I mean.
That was some crazy
What was
parkour.
What
Wasn't
happened? What happened there?
even perpendicular.
Gotta run them walls. Oh. Crazy wall
This-
jump.
Doesn't look too loyal to the set design.
This is like so buggy.
You should have seen the first game.
Huh.
Man, I would have bought 50 million copies of this game if they released it. This was so awesome.
He keeps getting lit on fire.
Take that, spiders.
I'll kill you, you arachnic drones.
You scrubs.
Theater mode.
Yes.
This
What-
is the
what-
first
what
theater
is-
mode in games, guys. Before Halo. Anyway,
What kind of spiders?
What's up?
What?
Oh, whoa.
Axe.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a
Okay.
spider in the sky I see? No, that's a giant bird.
I thought that was a pumpkin on
The
wall
level.
for a second.
He's just teleporting him wherever. He's got like console mode on, dev mode.
So it's like
Stuck in the wall.
He just ran into a rock, fell off.
Oh man, this camera has issues.
okay, the first part of the video
Yeah.
made me excited because of that epic parkour segment, and now all I can think of is Breakout.
break out.
Yeah, I know, right?
This
It's
is the
just-
model for Breakout.
Seriously, it's like look at this combat,
Basically-
like just like
It's
Dude, it
exactly
looks
the
like he's
punches are
dancing.
so slow. He's fighting spiders.
Breakout.
that parkour sequence
Oh,
got me so pumped, but now this is like look at this.
His combat moves.
I know,
are
right? It's like what
definitely
is this?
some
I guess
dance. Dude, first armor ability. Oh,
These punches.
he has like jet boots, right? I guess that's like.
Pause.
for some reason I have to suddenly buffer all this stuff,
Oh no.
even though it was loaded far past this before.
Well, that's cool, I guess. I mean,
Oh wait, no, I see what happened. Okie dokie.
yeah, I mean, like it's an interesting concept. Obviously, I'd like to see what they would have done with it because Metro Nui is one of those places that just looked really awesome, and we didn't get any information on that whatsoever.
It's
You know,
like,
any visual information.
I'm not gonna judge it too harshly because it was an early development build, but the most exciting thing in that video was Matao parkour.
Yes.
Hardcore Matao
Thank
parkour.
you.
Well, you've heard it here, folks. Boss Tech demo.
Yes, Lost Tech Demo. What do you think, LG?
Hardcore Matao Parkour, episode 46. That's all I've got to say.
No.
And by all I gotta
Yodels
say,
or whatever it was.
but no, actually,
Crying
honestly,
Yodels.
I don't know. It looks really cool, and I wish it could have been finished and released. But you know what I would like to be finished and released more?
Huh.
Bionicle Quest of the Legends of Matanui.
It's funny because
Yeah.
at first I thought you were talking about that when you first started speaking.
I wanted that.
That is the game. That's like,
honestly, what Lego needs to do, they need to say, you know what? Okay, we're gonna go out on a limb because we have lots of monies, and we're gonna go ahead and release this game for would-be developers to fix. You fix it, you can have it.
Yes. Alright.
Yeah.
So I suppose that does in fact wrap up our news, finally.
That was our live presentation of
Yes, the news.
Bionicle 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up, we'll transition into our final segment for the day, the Comic Maker Spotlight. Good to go, LG.
Hello and welcome to the most miserable spotlight in the entire show. By miserable, I mean the subject we're talking about. not the fact
By
that-
miserable, by miserable, you mean it's the only spotlight in the show.
Yep. This is the Comic Maker Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking over a very unique comic series. The comic series is Tilted by Calvirick. A little bit of background on Calvirick at the time of this recording. He joined a little over 5 years ago, gathered 2,249 posts in that time, and at this point has an avatar of randomly arranged colors. Okay, great, Calvirick. So, the comic series, Tilted. You come into the topic and you see Tilted, a philosophical study. Well, kind of. Okay. So we see something very rare amongst comic form nowadays. A character sheet. Wow. You never see that nowadays. But either way, let's click the character sheet, shall we? What we see is a very well illustrated. What is this? This is good. It's unique. It's what you'd imagine seeing. It's what a Bionicle webcomic would look like, mixed in with a little bit of inspiration with Cyanide and Happiness, I'd assume. Only with Bionicle. So what we find here is actually very...
There we go, yeah.
What now?
No, it's Cyanide and Happiness, yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what we see here is a character sheet of characters, cutouts, and what seems to be newspaper cutouts. We see the main character, Calvirick. We see another former comic maker, Hojrik. We see Poco. I don't know if that's a comic maker or not. Other PGSs. Kodrak, another comic maker, King Joe. Our very own Kahi. A guy named Gravity. Absorba. And a bunch of others. I'm not going to read this list because there's a bunch of them.
A
Anyway.
bunch of them.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
A
them.
bunch of them.
let's go ahead and look at the latest comic. We see here Absorba on a couch playing a game, and Kahi very worriedly explaining the disease zombie outbreak in California.
Lol.
I love that coffee thing I have in my hand, and that the fact that my head is so big.
It looks like an apple.
My forehead is huge. Yeah,
An apple.
it's to fit the giant brain I have underneath. I had to
Right.
make my mask more expansive.
Uh-huh.
Anyhow,
Your cancerous-filled brain.
But yeah, so let's get right into it. Humor. The humor's actually very well done. I actually like it. It's a strangely fitting mix of sit and talk and zombies, movement, people doing things. I actually really like it. What do you think, guys?
I quite enjoy it, actually.
Actually.
well, I PGS in it, so that's already in and of itself a testament of how well I enjoy the series.
Yeah.
I love it. Like I think this is one of the best. I honestly probably the best comedic hand-drawn series out there, just because of the style. Like the style is what draws the entire comic for me. It's not just evident in the way everything's drawn. It's the way like the word bubbles, the text, the presentation in and of itself. It's just very very well done, very stylized, very Calvirick. This is a very good modern series. Additionally, a great touch is that all the panels actually look like they're cut out, and there's like there's pieces of masking tape and stuff taping them to the background. That's just it's genius. It's great.
Yes.
I love it.
It has its very own unique style, and it works so well for this series. So the graphics look great. The characters look actually very fitting for their backgrounds, to be quite honest. It's very well melded in, very well drawn. All the characters have personality to them that it's hard to find elsewhere.
Yeah.
It is extraordinarily addicting to read these comics, which is a shame at the time of this recording there are only 5.
Oh no.
Yes, and has been barely updated, seeing as this was started
Yes.
in February.
Come on, Calvirick. Step
It's-
up your game.
Well, Cal has recently returned, which is why I assume we're reviewing it
Yeah.
now, because he's been
So, honestly, there's not really much to say other than it is a fantastic series. It's very unique. It does something I've never personally seen in the BZ Power Comics form. And it's just extraordinarily nice to see something so refreshing in the comics form nowadays.
Yep.
So, Meso Envy, what do you guys think?
My favorite part is the style and the humor. I find this really funny, and yeah, it just has so much personality to it when I'm like reading it. It's very unique and it sets itself apart from everything else. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm hoping it's updated more consistently with his grand return. So.
I think the
Yeah.
art, like the backgrounds, textures, very much resemble the characters.
Yeah.
So it's a very nice, smooth blend. The way he presents the panels in all these different comics are definitely cool because, like, they look like poor damaged pieces of paper attached to interesting backgrounds. I don't know. They always look different and can't really put a word to describe these. And to an extent, at times they look very photorealistic. It's very unique use of photorealism at times in this comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to say that. I guess like I get exactly what you mean, but they're cartoons, and they're obviously chibi cartoons, but they also look photorealistic at times. You just have to check it out for yourself. It's very very well done.
Yeah, which is exactly why we'll link it in the description.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yeah, that is practically about it. I definitely advise you check out Tilted. And if you have a BZ Power account, give Calvirick some constructive criticism, some encouragement, because as I find out, comic makers need a lot of that, especially nowadays when the most popular series in the forum look like a child made them. And then the other popular series in the
Dark
forum,
Soda.
no, the other most popular series in the forum cuts off before punchlines.
You guys.
Wait, what is the first one you're talking about? Because, like, Bionicle Avengers comics is, like, the farthest thing for the most popular comic series on that forum.
It's talking about every comic series in this form, including it. I mean,
Well,
I'm not gonna get into
my
this, but
comics-
it's a mess. It's a mess.
My comics are still up and active, as are LJ's.
No, they aren't.
Yes, they are.
Nope.
I just released content, like, last month, so...
I really
It's
Wow, last month.
That's real
Amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah,
content of
there we go. That's
hours
amazing.
ago. No, never mind. Anyway, go check out Tilted. I'll put a link in the description. It is absolutely phenomenal. Enjoy that. That's Comic Maker Spotlight.
Yes.
Yes. I will advertise that series till the day I leave Busy Power, and probably a couple days after that, because I'm probably not going to change my signature.
And probably a couple days. Wow.
Anyhow.
Okay. Good segment. Alright, this has been a very good episode, in my opinion. So,
Yeah, I concur.
that being said, we'll see all of you listeners post Halo 4 launch, where we will be back with our reflections and our thoughts and our opinions.
Yep. And
Exactly.
very quickly
Like,
to get this
comment.
out of everyone's hair. Don't ask about Biocraft in this video. And if you listened up to this point in the comments, you should probably vote. You should probably say Mangosteen are better than Kumquats.
Or just say Halo 4 hype. Or get hype.
Or just check out our Let's Play channel, name unavailable of 2Us, which must also link in the description again.
Fine.
And we are also promoting. Because
And make sure that you ask for Kahi to yodel in the next episode.
Yes.
In the
and
comments.
for the last one, like, comment,
Rate,
share,
rate,
subscribe.
Rate.
No, share.
Rate,
Share. Idiots.
comment, rate,
It's share.
subscribe. Comment, rate, subscribe.
Yes, please.
If you know what's
don't-
best
don't-
for you, you will rate.
We're fast tracking it to 1,000 subscribers.
Yep, at the point of this recording, 10 away!
Yes.
And we don't have Biocraft done.
I'm sorry.
Watch
10
as,
by
like,
next week,
all these
guys.
people
Let's do
just
this, viewers.
unsubscribe immediately.
Get us 10
Just to
viewers.
bring us-
10 more
Yeah.
subscribers by next week. Please, viewers.
Can we do it?
It's the best you can do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, thank you for listening. I'm messing up.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kai.
And I'm Tenebrae Invictus.
And this is TTV episode 46. See you all next week. Correct.